Alright guys, it's Bradu, back for some Shadowdark. We are in the Dwarven Vault, battling primarily Drow. I did a little twist on what happened. Our last session finished with us pretty wounded, having just defeated a cloaker, and Renario lost his wand of mage armor. I had forgotten to roll a mishap for that. I rolled that. I actually kind of started the camera and did a few things, and then I realized, like, this is going to be easier just to recap for a minute real quick. So he ended up taking 8 damage when the wand exploded. But then I came back here, rested in this empty room. We set an alarm here. We were able to rest. I rolled all the random encounter checks. We were fine. Came back out, went back up to the first level of the dungeon and got I was going to head back to that Dwarven settlement nearby, but I remembered that there's a Drider that did have a bow. So Nura's going to go get the arrows from that, come back down, and here we are. Krell tried to cast Daylight once the full rest had taken place and failed. So he's lost Daylight, even though everything else is back to full. So we are now using the lantern, in which case I will set the 30-minute timer, I think. If I do it for a full hour, I will probably not play for a full hour. But if I have to pause, you never know. So we'll do 30 minutes. All right, let's hope this works. What I did do also is we came back. So we came back to where we had ended up, but now fully rested. We're going into this room. I rolled for it. It is a mob monster. And that mob monster is going to be okay. Drow. D6 Drow. 1. A single Drow. Bad idea, buddy. Bad idea. He's not making any noise. I wonder if he's some kind of a lookout or something. I think we want to bum rush and kill him before anything else can happen. If we can win initiative. So let's roll initiative first and see what happens. If we win initiative, we're going to charge in. 16, 14. Ooh, he wins initiative. So we're not necessarily going to charge him then. So I guess let's roll a reaction and see what happens on that. He's not going to attack us solo, I don't think. Would he do a reaction check, though? 4. That is hostile. I need to know... What I really need to know now is what's in this room. Because if it's more Drow, I'm going to go ahead and roll that. Because if it's more Drow in actually either of these 2 rooms, he's going for reinforcements. And I think if I roll a monster in either, I'm just going to assume that that's what it is. Because this whole section was like weird, creepy monsters with no Drow. This whole section was empty, like hallway stuff, basically. There was a trap they had set up here with the rock grub, but that was, in my mind, that was a purposeful trap where they took the descent. So this makes sense to me that there could be some Drow in these one or both of these rooms. So let's roll for the contents of this room. Empty, but I do have a high of treasure and Drow. So we might go with that. And Drow. So I'm going treasure, drow, drow. So here's what happens. He wins initiative. He runs this way. That's a 6. No. We're going to flip-flop the rooms just because that's a 6 and the other one was a 2. And I'm going to roll 2d6 for how many drow are here. 9. Woo! Gosh darn it. I'm going to have a real problem with this, aren't I? Every time I bump that, it's going to tip forward. I don't know how I did it, but okay. 9 drow plus that one makes 10 drow. So she comes running out here and says, "We've got company." I don't even think I have 10. I do. I definitely do. So this actually really helps. I was having an issue with how I'm going to, where are they all? How I'm going to come up with enough drow for this whole thing since I hadn't rolled them. So let me pause real quick and get organized. All right, let's do this. We'll see how this goes. So this, what had we rolled for initiative? I feel like it's important. I think we rolled a 14 and they rolled a 16. She rolled a 16. So she went first and is calling in the recruits. And oh man. Whew, she runs in and yells out, "We've got company, I need you guys." So maybe they were kind of ready for us, is kind of how I'm thinking. That makes some sense, at least by having a person in this room to be at the ready. So how do we go about this? Because we've got all of our people out here, they've got theirs in there, and it's going to get ugly real fast, I think. But we might want to keep them bottled up if we can. Let's do this. Let's roll initiative for the other group, for this group in this room. Because I don't necessarily think they'd go on her initiative. I think we might get to go next. Does that make sense? Nope, they go first too. Okay, here we go. So she runs in there and hollers out, and she's actually going to go in there. Do any of these, do they come rushing out to attack us? I guess they might. The 3 that are sleeping are just going to get up and get ready. That way we don't clog it up too much all at once. We'll have habits in there. We'll have an archer go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a tough angle. 3. That's a shot. We'll shoot there to shoot at Abbott, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Nat 20. That's how it's going to be, huh? Nat 20. Sleep dart, right? I don't know if I should give them all sleep darts. I know one for sure that I'm going to treat differently anyway. Could get fun. It's a D4 plus poison, so 2D4. And the potential sleep is bad. Potential sleep is bad for Abbott. 4 damage. Okay, we can deal with that, I think. The sleep thing I don't want to have to deal with. It's a DC 15 if they hit. He does have a high con, but I don't know about that high. 9. So he's asleep. Okay. Yeah, but it's asleep. She's then gonna actually go back to her position. They might not. Okay. They might not completely do this. Like bum rush out. We are gonna go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's gonna come in here. Okay. Are they gonna come fight? I think so. Can I get an archer to position 1, 2, 6. Oh, somebody was talking about a pretty interesting. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna get this archer. I'm not gonna count squares because it's kind of silly. I'm gonna say this archer is able to get on the other side of that barrier and take a shot out. And now that Abbott's asleep, would Krell be the target? God, I hope not. Or Orgo? Is that just one tiny door? Not going to shoot to the back row. So I think it would be Orgo or Krell. And I'm not going to say like, yeah, I'm not going to make it automatically Krell. So 1, 2, 3 is Orgo, 4, 5, 6 is Krell. And if Krell gets hit, we're in real trouble. 7 is a miss, thankfully. So went there. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I said, I'm not counting squares. This one is going to put herself in a pretty bad spot, I suppose. And try to fight with Orgo. They're kind of around a door, but I might treat it just like that door is 2 spots open. Oh, you know what? Even though these suckers essentially have range, let's do a sleep dart towards Orgo. If Orgo gets put to sleep, we're in big trouble. Okay, we'll try it though. 12 is a miss. And then these 3, I think, maybe just get ready. 2 more. Maybe they just get ready, right? Can somebody come join on that side? Probably not. Do they shut the door? Oh, maybe they shut the door. That leaves that one screwed. That's what you get for coming out there. Okay. I'm just kind of winging this. I have a somewhat of an idea what I want our crew to do, but now I thwarted it by what they're doing. But they left one drow out to be slaughtered, but that would then draw us into the room and be open, right? So let's go like this. Let's try this. Let's have Orgo rush in and try to attack this archer. Just a regular attack with an axe, I think. 8 plus 6 that's a miss. That's a miss. This isn't good. We gotta at least kill this one. Will Renariel help? Renariel wants that hiding spot anyway. So we'll have Renariel do the same. He'll go climbing over and try to come down with a stab. He can't get his sneak attack, but I think he could at least get there to do an attack. That's a hit. D6, I believe, is his Yeah, I should have done crossbow with him. For some reason, I'm bringing him into range. So 2 damage on the archer. Oh, I forgot about the light. Too bad I don't have the daylight spell, huh? They got a lot of hit points, too. Son of a gun. Nura. 2 damage only. I want to try and get this one taken care of. Nura's going to post up here and try to shoot from range. 15, that's going to be a hit. Nice. Nura, that's huge. That's huge because she gets a +3 d8 +3. Ah, 1 on the damage. So I still need another hit. But on that note, I think that sucks. I really wanted the kill there. I think Thane maybe throws his sap and boomerangs back and takes a position here to sort of protect the other 3 in this room. Thane throws the sap. I'd like to do spells with him, man. 12 plus 4 is going to hit for D3. No, D4 plus 1. I don't need much, but I need something, right? There, that will do it. That will kill this drow finally. So she's out. 1 down. 1 down. Okay, that's good. Crovan. I think wakes up Abbott. I think I could use an action to wake up Abbott. Because otherwise, when does he come awake? I can't have him just out for the whole thing. It does say that somebody's asleep until they're shaken vigorously. So I think Crow would wake Abbott, which isn't what I want to do with him, but it's going to be it. And then he'll move just to be in a little safer spot, just in case. Abbott. And Abbott, I'm not going to give a move because he was put to sleep. So that's not consistent with what I always do. That's for sure. Now what's going to happen is something tricky. This one came into this room, so I'm going to have another creature join late. And it is going to be not a Drider. We are going to pretend this is a giant spider with a drow archer on its back. So she's going to swing the door open and take a shot at Orgo, who's right there. So I'm just going to treat it like she has a short bow instead of a long bow. Instead of the, because if it's an archer, she wouldn't have a wimpy ass short bow. A long bow instead of a poison dart. 11, and it's going to miss. Other than that, I'm going to treat it the same. So it's +1d8. On that note, does the spider do something? Let me see what a spider can do. I think they climb and shit. I mean, I know they climb, but giant spider. Oh, it's got poison. It doesn't shoot a web, though. I was thinking it shot a web. It could move. It's going to climb. So it's going to climb so that they're hanging like off the wall corner in here. If that makes sense. All right. So now Now it's the drow again, right? Uh-oh. I did this poorly. I did this very poorly. But they're all hunkered down in that room. So did they come out? Now we've left Orgo and Renariel in trouble. If they do come out. I essentially was kind of planning that the ones with range weapons in hand are going to try to attack at range. The one with swords are going to try to attack with swords. But that leaves just a couple at range because I already killed one of them. All right. Let's do it that way, though. Can they come out? They'll swing out. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to come around and attack Orgo. With a 17. That's going to be a hit. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. 17, it's only got a +1 with the sword. That's a miss. Wow. He's got a 19. Well, that's what you get for trying to attack him up close. Okay. Orgo. Boy, take all those attacks if you can. All right, here they come. We'll go. How am I going to do the ranged attacks? I think is the trick here. Going to rush out. Can attack Orgo. So we just learned that Orgo is going to be extremely hard to hit. That's probably good for us. Come out. This one's got Renariel closer, but would Renariel... I'm going to give Renariel a chance to hide. Not like hide for the advantage, but hide to avoid being a target of an attack. So let's give Renariel a chance to hide. And I would make it a 15. 11 plus, nope, not quite going to get there. +3. So on that note, Renariel is actually spotted, and this one's going to jump up and try to attack Renariel. 7 misses. Do we have another one that would try that as well? Probably so. Oh, can we get there? I don't know that we can get there. This one can. She'll try to attack Renariel from up on these again. I'm just trying to spread the love. This one I'm going to go at Thane right here. That might be a hit. Thane doesn't have quite as high. Oh, he does. He's got a 17. Missed by 1. Okay. This is going better than I expected, for sure. Oh, I should have done the ranged attackers at some point. I did not do that. This guy, I'm going to give him a ranged attack. Her. Maybe I should swap her with it. Range. And it's got, looks like it's got range, but whatever. 1, 2. Who would I be able to shoot? I guess I could shoot at Thane. It's not a real clear shot, but whatever. Shoot at Thane. No, and this one kind of the same thing. Could get to there and shoot. Try to shoot at Thane. I've at least got my guys kind of in a good position for defense. And that one is going to run up to be in a position to do something next turn, I think. Okay. Now let the fun begin. We're actually looking okay because their attacks are low. All right. Thane, it's time to do your thing. we go. Thane, or did I say Thane? Krell. Krell is going to be our. Can't do it as good as I didn't set it up so that I can completely slaughter this, but Thane, or Krell, is going to cast Sleep into this room. And here we go. This is an important roll. 12 is good. All the drow fall asleep. Not this one. Different room. Not these three who are still in that room. Because that room is 6 squares across anyway, so that would be your near cube or whatever. So, oh, and this one. This guy was out here too. All right. Okay, that's great. Where do we go now? There's 3 there. We've got to do something about that. I'm sorry. I got to think about how I want to do this. I've got to block off both of these doors, basically. Like, basically, I got to keep them from converging all into this room at once. So let's send Abbott to clean house on these archers. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just going to come here. I didn't declare that they had shut a door or anything, but they're right there. So Abbott's going to go up there. I think I'm going to rage. And he's going to attack that one. 19 hits. I don't think that gets me anything special, but I still do get a full damage plus 1. 7. Ooh, almost enough to kill. 7's almost enough to kill. Because of that, I might approach this differently next. Thane is going to try a boomerang attack. Boomerang sap. On that same one. Duck, Abbott. 10. I think that misses. 10 plus 4. That misses. Darn it. Nura is going to shoot at the archer or the spider? Shoot at the archer. Nah, shoot at the spider. I'm going to shoot at the spider. Because I said it's an archer riding a spider, right? 11, I think it's going to hit. Yes, thankfully, because would have missed. The archer would hit the spider. So D8 plus 3. Oh god, a 1 again? She's not used to these arrows. They're drow arrows. That spider has... Okay. Orgo is going to rush in. Oh, he can't. That spider's crawled up there, huh? Throw an axe? Let's throw an axe at the spider. Let's throw an axe at the spider. 11 is going to hit. Good. D6 plus 3. 8. Oh, that was almost enough to kill the spider. Dang it. And Renariel, I think... Renariel is going to try to use... Oh, man. I don't like this. Look, I think Renariel is going to start killing. I think he slices the throat of a drow. I think I can coup de grace the sleeping ones. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for our side, right? But the spider and the archer are going to do something. The archer, they've got Orgo in front. So the archer's going to shoot at Orgo. 12 is going to be closer. I don't think it's a hit, though. 12 plus 3. Nope. Orgo's got that high AC. And the spider is going to basically come up, make an attack, and then climb back up to a tough spot, but misses. These three over here are going to... Okay, this is where I'll do a weird thing. This one's going to back up, who's wounded, back up to a spot behind there and shoot. Oh no, I used my own dice. I shouldn't have. I don't know what I was thinking. As soon as I dropped it, I was like, oh, that's my blue, not red. That's a hit. Abbott might go to sleep again. God dang it. Abbott will take 2 damage. If he goes to sleep, it's bad news. I need a DC 15. No. Oh. Abbott's asleep again. Oh, Lord. I just said you can coup de grace a sleeping target, huh? Not them. They don't get the same rule. No way. Maybe they should. Should I do it an auto crit hit? Maybe I could do auto crit hit. Auto crit hit. I think that's a reasonable... If I am allowing myself to coup de grace them, I think I could allow an auto crit against us. I don't know if that's perfect, but it's what I'm going to go with. And they do D8 with longswords. Yep. Oh, 11. Yeah, it's taken a good amount of damage. Do I auto crit hit again? I don't think so. I think that this one is going to come out here. Oh, and Abbott would then wake. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. Abbott would then wake up. On that note, this one now would have to pass a strength check to get through, so he's going to do the same thing and try to shoot Abbott again. 6 misses. Okay, so these ones went. These ones are asleep. That guy went. These guys are asleep. Everybody went. Krell, do we go for sleep again? I think we do. Because it's probably my quickest path to victory. Krell's going to come here and go try to put them to sleep in that room. Yeah, because he can do it. Yeah, he can target a room or target a spot. Near-sized cube extending from you. Okay. So he was able to do that here, cube into there. Here he'd have to come into this room to do it. And that's fine. He'd go right behind Abbott or even in Abbott's square and cast sleep. Okay, here goes Krell. 18. They go to sleep. Okay, what do we have? The spider only has 1 hit point left. Orgo is going to throw an axe. No. Thane will do the boomerang attack at the spider. Because that would kill it if it hits. 5 misses. Okay. Nura is going to attack the spider with a bow. 18 hits. Spider dead. This now just becomes a drow archer. Like that. In which case Orgo now can reach it on the ground. It fell, but not like a damaging fall, I would say. Orgo's going to come in and attack with a regular axe. Miss. Dang. And that actually saves us, though, I think. Did I go with everybody? Oh, Abbott can go. He was raging, but now that he's asleep, he can actually throw an axe from there. He can throw an axe. 13's going to hit. 4d6. 3. And that one is... You're dead. I mean, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think this is over. I'll let her try to fight out of it. So she's going to attack Orgo. And then she's just going to die. I'm not going to roll all the stuff. But I'll give her 1 attack on Orgo. Miss. So they die. We kill them all. Okay. That was huge. So that we just killed off a dozen drow, basically. Whew. A spider. We survived tremendously well there. Which makes me almost wonder if I did something wrong. But hitting sleep twice was the huge difference maker there. For sure. Abbott's in some trouble. Let's see what's up with that treasure. All I know is there's a treasure in here. And I'll definitely make it a next level up treasure because that was a huge haul. Plus there was a giant spider in there. It's still only level 3, but I can't imagine it would be a weak treasure. Or maybe I should make it too small. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll do 2 rolls on the 0 to 3 instead of 1. Okay. Anything weird about this? Because I put the... Well, nah. Alright, let's do 2 0 to 3 treasures. Okay. Here we go. First one is 96. Sweet. It says +1 armor. Benefit curse. Now, I kind of have an idea for that. What would the curse be? What would the benefit be? Those I think I roll. I don't like that it has a curse. But I think it would be the archer's armor. Because It's what makes sense. It wouldn't be just like an armor in the treasure chest. Let's roll the other one and see, but I think that's what I'm going with the armor. And 36, which is a wavy bladed great sword. I don't know that that would be one of the drow treasures, so let's check GM's companion. Decorative ceramic ladle with mosaic stone inlay. I think that makes more sense. Ceramic ladle. So I'm going with, is it mithril? I think it's mithril chainmail. +1. Or maybe it would be +1 chainmail instead of mithril. Can you have mithril and +1? Let's do that real quick. Yeah, so it would be, oh, mithril? Maybe it wouldn't be mithril because it's already magical. It says they wear mithril chainmail, so maybe this one was regular chainmail. But let's give a roll, a d12, and on a 12 it says mithril anyway. So if I roll a 12, it is mithril chainmail. Okay? I think that makes sense. 2, not at all. And then benefit curse. I'm afraid of this. I don't like curses, especially for an awesome thing like an armor. Benefit. You know diabolic and are immune to fire, lava, magma. Wow. I don't know how that would have played into this archer having it, but cool. Diabolic. And then the curse is going to be 5 as well. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. You take double damage from blunt bludgeoning weapons. I don't know if I'll remember that, but who wears chainmail in my group? I think it's Nura. Nura has mithril chainmail. Oh, nobody would even wear it? Well, that sucks. That kind of sucks then. Abbott's wearing hide. Could he wear chainmail? I don't think so. Nura already has mithril chainmail. That's kind of a bummer. Renariel cannot wear chainmail, right? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Leather? Oh, leather or mithril chainmail. So he can go. I'm glad I looked that up because I probably would have had him wearing mithril chainmail before anyway, instead of Nura. Okay, so he's going with mithril chainmail, and she's going with this armor. So she needs to make sure she's not fighting hand-to-hand with somebody who has blunt weapons. That's what that means. So, next question. I'm pretty sure this levels up one of my characters. Do I level up right now in the middle of a dungeon? Or do we have to make it back to safety? I don't think, here's the problem with it, is I don't think we're bailing out of this situation. Because now we cleared this, and all we have to do is, oh, I forgot about one thing I should have done. Ooh, boy. And it was a great situation to do it with one drow left alive too. I might retract what I did, even though I got the armor and stuff. I might retract what I did just to, yeah. I think I'm going to. So I'm going to start next section with a slight retraction to what happened in this battle. All right, you guys. See you later. Thanks for watching.